Hello, my fellow code toasters. Welcome back to Toaster Code, where JavaScript gets roasted until it's funny, crunchy, and easier to digest than your last situationship. Today, we are diving into something JavaScript loves more than bugs called callback functions. It sounds fancy, right? But don't worry, I'll explain it in a way that makes you think, damn, this is just like my ex. The first question is, what is callback function? A callback function is just a function that's passed as an argument to another function and gets called later. Not immediately, it will get called later. Now, what is argument? We have already seen it in our previous video. If you haven't watched it, go and check that out first. So a callback function is just a function that's passed as an argument to another function and it gets called later on, not immediately. Okay. It's like you give someone your number. Okay. Like someone is a function. Okay. They don't call you now or not instant execution. They call you later when they need you. Okay. It's like one-sided love in action. Okay. Let's see a simple example. All right. So function call later. All right, and we will pass a callback here. Don't worry, I'll explain it what I'm writing. Don't worry, I'm not writing any gibberish over here. Console.log, I'll call you back. All right, and then we will call back over here. Callback is a function, so we will call it here. Now let's write another function. Okay, function cry alone. Then roll.log, still waiting for call. And now what we will do, this we will pass this call we will call this call later function. All right, we will pass this, we will call this call later function, and inside this we will pass this cry alone function. All right, now let's see the result, what will happen. Okay, I'll call you back and then still waiting for the call. Here first we will get sorry, yeah, I'll call you back. This is the first console log we printed, and then still waiting for the call. But if you will see, we have just called this call later function. And in this call later function, we have not called this cry alone. Then how this cry alone console log is getting printed? It's because we have passed a callback. This is a callback function. If you see the definition, a callback function is just a function that's passed as an argument. So the cry alone function we passed as an argument to this call later function. So here cry alone is passed to call later. This function, it's not executed immediately. Okay, it's called later inside this function by callback. It's like when your ex says that, hey, I'll message you after the breakup dust settles. You are like, okay, and when they finally do, boom, callback. Okay, so the key, you pass the function. Okay, you pass here the function, not call it. We are not calling this cry alone function inside this call letter function. We are passing it. Okay, you can't let's just comment this out and see it. You can't do this uh, call later and cry alone. This is how we passed. Okay, but you can't call the function over here. This is wrong. If you are add this, see here, we are getting this console log first, because in this call letter you just called this function, you didn't pass. When you add the parenthesis, it's like you are calling the function, like texting your ex, I miss you at 2 a.m. Don't do that. Let JavaScript call them when it's time. All right, That's why we use callback. So we'll do this and we'll move ahead. Now, why are callback function useful? There are majorly three reasons why callback function is useful. First one is timing. Like after something finishes, you are not calling it instantly. Okay, you are calling it after some time. Okay, when it's, like when this console log gets finished, after that call this function. Got it? So first is timing, then comes reusability. Okay, reusability, like we pass different functions into the same setup. How? We are going to see it later on, don't worry. Control. Okay, the third thing is control. JavaScript can do more flexible and powerful things using this callback. Think of callback function as emotional support functions. You can't solve everything now, so you keep someone ready to step in later. Okay, it's a function. It's a function passed to another function to be called later, like maybe. Okay, it's like a maybe reply in a situationship. Okay, maybe we can go on a date. But you are probably thinking, cool. But where do I actually use this? Okay, where do we actually going to use this callback function? Okay, so let's see some real drama now. Where can you use this callback function? So the first and foremost thing comes here is set timeout. Okay, you are going to use set timeout a lot when you are working in a big project or like that things. Okay, set timeout is like a timer thing. So currently, like I called this function over here after, like after finishing this console log, just call this function. But what JavaScript will do with set timeout, we can put a set timeout instead of this call log that hey, wait for like 3 seconds, then print this. That's set timeout. Let's see it how it works. All right. Let's see code example of set timeout. Function breakup text console.log. Hey, uh, it's not you, it's me. You might have heard this line. All right. So this is a normal function we just wrote. Okay. Now how the set timeout come into picture? So we can do this set timeout. All right. And inside this we will pass the function uh, breakup text, and here we will pass the second that okay, just run this function after waiting for this many seconds. Okay, so here we write in milliseconds. We are writing over here 3000 millisecond means 3 seconds. Okay, so here if you'll just keep an eye on the console, I'm just running now and it will wait for 3 seconds, then it will print the result. Okay, so in 3 2 1, here after 3 seconds we got the result. Hey, it's not you, it's me. So set timeout is the classic example of a callback in action. You don't call the function directly, you schedule it like a delayed breakup. Okay, think of it is like I'll break up with you but like in 3 seconds. Okay, let's see it again. Another example, function. Now the breakup is done, let's move on now. Function move on. All right, console log finally moved on after 2 seconds. All right, and let's add another console log over here. Console log still thinking about her, and then let's call the set timeout. Here we'll pass the move on function and the time. Now what will happen, I will get this result first. Okay, I will get the, let's just comment this out first. I will get this still thinking about her, and then I will get this, because first it will print this function, and then it will go to set timeout, then it will print this move on function after 2 seconds. All right, let's see it. Still thinking about her, we already got it. Yeah, after 2 seconds we got this. You want to see it? Let's do it for 5 seconds. All right, let's see it again. Still thinking about her. Now after 5 seconds we are going to get the finally moved on after 2 seconds. See, this is one of the most common real life uses of a callback. You are telling JavaScript that, hey, wait for 3 seconds, then call this function. It's like finally moving on, but only after 3 seconds of overthinking. All right, now let's move on to further in this topic. Now we can also use this callback, like custom callback use. Okay, let's see how we are going to do custom callback use. All right, custom callback use, it's like your own emotional logic. Let's see. Let's write a function process breakup. Okay, and we'll pass some arguments over here, name of your x and callback function. uh, Maybe console log thinking about uh, x name. Mhm. Then we will pass the callback. Oh, sorry, we will call the callback function. What should I write the next function? Function cry console.log crying mode activated. All right, let's call the first function process breakup, and here we will pass two things. Okay, let's go with the suggestions that this VS Code is giving. All right, Sarah. So crying mode activate, thinking about Sarah. So let's comment out that first one so that you guys don't have uh, comment this. Now we have only this one. Now how this is going to work? So let's run this now. Thinking about Sarah, crying mode activated. Yeah. So as we have seen earlier in the set timeout function, set timeout is like a predefined function in JavaScript. But here we used callback in our very own custom made function. So you made your own function that takes a name, okay, and a callback. This is where callback get powerful. You create custom emotional behavior. It's like I'll process this heartbreak and then do whatever you want, cry, block, or move on. Okay, callbacks are great until you mess them up. And just like texting your ex, timing and intention matters a lot here in callback. Now let's look at some common callback fails and how to fix them before your code ghosts you. So the first, like I have seen these miserable fails a lot. Okay, that's why I thought that, hey, let's include this in our video so that people will not get confused whenever you are working on the callback functions. All right, so let's see some common fails. Let's see in the same example. Here we, if you'll see, we are passing over here this uh, this cry function. Okay, but we are passing uh, cry, but we are not calling it immediately. If we will do this over here, cry, then what will happen? Let's see what will happen now. Crying mode activated, thinking about Sarah. See, first this will print, okay, crying mode activated. But if you will not call it here immediately and pass it as an argument, then what will happen? Thinking about Sarah. This is the first one, and this is the second one. Okay, So you should not call it immediately. Okay, that's like saying, "Hey, block her before the breakup even start." Always pass the function name without the this parenthesis. Okay, or it will run too soon and ruin the timing. So next thing is forgetting to use a function as a callback. Okay, here if you'll see, if I'll comment this out, what will happen? Okay, I have added this callback over here in this argument. We are even passing the parameter. Okay, but we are not calling the callback function. What will happen now? Thinking about Sarah, we got this, and that's it. That's the only output you are going to get. This will not come now because you didn't call your callback function. It's like saying, "Hey, I'll call you after the breakup," and then switch off your phone. Always make sure you invoke the callback where it's supposed to run. All right. The third mistake. Okay, let's just write it down also. Okay, so let's see the third example. Okay, let's comment this out for a moment. Let's write a separate function. All right, let's console.log hi, then set timeout function. Yeah, if you are wondering what is this, you should check out our previous video about how to write different functions. You will get to know that how you can use this arrow function anywhere. So let's see, console.log done writing inside. Okay, and then here we will pass the time. Let's write 3000 3 seconds. Then we will do console.log by. All right, let's run this. So what we did, we first wrote console.log hi. Okay, then we have written a set timeout. Okay, and then we have written another console log. So now what will happen? First this hi will we are going to be printed, then this by is going to be printed, and after the 3 seconds will be done, then this is going to be printed. Let's see it. Hi, by, and then after 3 seconds we are going to get this done writing inside. So many beginner, what they think that they expect that this done writing inside to come right after this hi. Okay, but no, set timeout delays it. This is where the pain begins. Welcome to asynchronous JavaScript, the long distance relationship of coding. And also there is a tip for you: do not use or do not nest callbacks without plan. Let's see an example for this. It's just a tip. And I hope you should follow it. A senior of mine told me this, so let's see it. uh, Function step 1. Okay, and we are passing a callback function. Then console.log step 1 done. All right, and after here we will call the callback function. Okay, function step 2, we will again pass a callback function over here. Console.log step 2 done. All right, and let's call the callback function here as well. Function step 3, and let's not pass the callback over here. Okay, let's write the normally console.log step 3 done. All right, now what we can do, step 1, we will call like we will nest this calling. Okay, so we will do inside step 1, we will do step 2, sorry, step 2. I'll explain you, just let me write this function. Okay, I'll explain you, don't worry. uh, Inside the step 2 we will call step 3. All right, so we have a, okay, now let's see. We have a function step 1 which is taking the callback. All right, then there is a function step 2 which is taking a callback, then there is a function step 3 which is not taking a callback function. Okay, we are even calling the callback function. Okay, so what I did, I called step 1 function, and inside the step 1 function I passed the callback. This whole function step 2, I passed the step 2 as a callback to step 1. Okay, and in step 2 I am also passing the callback function. So uh, in step 2 I pass step 3 as a callback argument. Okay, but in step 3 I'm not passing anything. Okay, in arguments, so that's why step 3 is empty. Now let's see the result, what's going to happen. Step 1 done, step 2 done, step 3 done. You see how complicated this is? This works, okay, but imagine there are 10 steps. Now your code look like a ladder of an emotional trauma. All right, we call this callback hell. This is called as callback hell, and you will meet it soon in asynchronous JavaScript. We are going to see it, but this is the tip: do not nest callback without a proper plan. You have to plan it accordingly. Then only you can go ahead with it. Otherwise, you see how confusing this is. Don't worry about this. Just avoid it until unless you don't have a proper plan. Okay, and don't worry, we will fix that in a future video using promises and async await. We are going to see it. All right, now let's answer the big question. Okay, what's the difference between a regular function and a callback function? So difference between regular function versus callback. So a regular function is just a block of code you call directly whenever you want. Okay, you just like this, you can call this step 3 whenever you want, wherever you want. This is a regular function. But a callback function is a function that you are passing to someone else. See, we pass this step 2 to step 1, and they will decide when to call. We pass step 2, this step 2 we pass to step 1, and now step 1 is deciding when to call this callback. That's the difference between regular function and a callback function. A regular function is like calling your best friend. Okay, and callback is giving your number to a random person and hoping that they will call when they are ready. Now let's answer one more important question: why callbacks actually matter in real life. And by real life I mean code wise. Okay, so you don't always know how long something will take, like fetching a data. So you don't know how. Currently I am writing just a console log over here, but what if I am fetching a data from an API? Then what will happen? Okay, you don't know that how many time it's going to take, so you can't set timeout over here that hey, wait for this to done after like wait for 5 seconds. In 5 seconds this result will be completed, then call this step 2. No, you don't know what if that API fetching will take some time. That's where we use callback function, that when this process is will be completed, then only this is going to be executed. And that's why we don't call here, like as I had given shown you here, that we are just passing this function, we are not calling it immediately. Okay, let this process breakup function decide then when to call this cry function. All right, You want to make your function flexible and reusable. You can use it anywhere, anytime, and this will not mess up. This callback function will not mess up. Imagine you order pizza, but the oven takes time. Okay, so callback are how JavaScript says, "Hey, I'll finish other stuff. Just tell me what to do when pizza is ready." Okay, it's like, "Hey, I'm currently working on this. Okay, just tell me what to do with this callback when this will be completed." That's modern JavaScript. That's asynchronous JavaScript, and callbacks are foundation. And I'm hoping that you guys are following up with me. You are understanding the concepts better, because this is very important concept. You are going to use it everywhere in JavaScript. All right, let's see a final example, then we can wrap this up video up. Let's function reach out. We will pass a message, then callback. All right, console, sorry, console.log texted x. What texted? That's a message. Then we will call the callback function. Now, after texting your x, you will regret. Then what we'll do, console.log is like, now now questioning my life. Then we'll call the reach out function, and we will pass the message, "Hey," or whatever message you are going to write your x, and then regret. All right, let's see it. Texted x, "Hey," now questioning my life. See that one function texts the x. Okay, this function is texting your x, and the other handles the emotional aftermath. All right, the classic callback behavior. You are doing this in your life. Now we are seeing this the same in the code. All right, a callback is your heart's way of saying that, "Let me feel things later. After I do something, I'll regret." So, and that's a wrap, fam. You have officially leveled up your JavaScript brain with callback functions, from breakups to breakdowns, from set timeout to existential timeout. We have covered it all. If this video made callback less confusing, or your situationship more understandable, smash that like button, subscribe to Toaster Code for more crispy dev knowledges, and comment the funniest function name you would use to handle your next heartbreak. Until next time, keep coding, keep growing, and don't forget, in JavaScript and in real life, always pass the callback. Don't rush the call. Catch you in the next one, Toaster fam.